into it again. Hey guys, I'm up in Mildura. I'm gonna work on this again. It's Easter. See if I can get it started in this episode. Tomorrow I got to help Dad at duty boat, so you might see some clips of that. But yeah, working on this unit again. Try and get it running. Hopefully maybe getting running in this episode. You get to hear it start up. So I'll show you what I'm installing right now. I'm going to do a little bit of wiring to this car first up. That's where I got my headlamp on. So it's a little 5-volt step down transformer thing that I found online. Anyways, yeah, this unit I got to put underneath the dash. It's for the gauges. There's a couple of little things we got to do to the engine before we start it up. Just try and lube a few things and everything because it's all brand new. But yeah, Dad's been very busy under here. Getting all the cooling system set up on it. It's very good. Very neat. Remove the black and green stripe wire from terminal I. Oh my god, it's all behind this stuff. Alright, give it a go. What I'm doing now is trying to work out wiring. Our gauges inside the dash are not working correctly with like temp and oil and things like that, so we'll try and sort it out. Oh yeah, I see what I got to do. Not going to be easy, but I'll get it done. So I've put the interior back together in this car. It's all back together in here. But yeah, we're starting to look at things to... Yes, this bonnet, they don't stay up very high, do they? No. It needs to be up there. Yes. No. I'm already having to beep things in the video now. Alright, do you want to step through the YouTubers what we're doing, Father?
Yesterday Zach got the dash back together, had to work out a bit of wiring for the gauges, had to put a resistor in the for the GS gauges before we actually want to wind it over and start it. Today we will actually wind it over, get fuel into it.
Yep.
With the spark plugs out, time it, correct firing order, spark plugs back in once we believe it's got fuel and everything ready to go.
Do you need to lube the cylinders, did you say?
No.
I
was thinking of that and I thought, no, we did that when we wound it over when we had the engine on the ground, so that should be alright. It's sat for a couple of years without wind over, so we lubed it there, so we should be pretty good. There's a couple of different firing orders for this particular Windsor, so
you want to get it right.
Work out which one's right. We've got to do the wiring to the distributor. We're going to leave the mechanical oil gauge in because that's a direct in the side of the block.
How do we know the ones in the dashes are all correct? We don't know.
Well, it's just more positive to make sure that you've got oil pressure, because that's a big thing when you first start up to a new motor. You want to make sure of that oil pressure. And then after the oil pressure is good, we'll probably put the original switch back in the motor to make sure that that's all working in the dash. Temp gauge seems to be correct now, fuel gauge correct, wiring to the for the alternator light and things is all sorted out. So
yeah, we did all that yesterday.
Yep. So
even made a start on the horn today, trying to get that working. But I've got to make some rings in the inside some horn tracks inside the steering wheel. So when the steering wheel turns around, it's got tracks for it to run on to do the horn wiring. So I've got to make them up.
We had a mate of mine up here for the weekend, and he's an auto electrician. He helps Zach with the wiring. Yeah. He's from Adept Electrics in Mornington, Mount Martha. Just a bit of a plug for him, whether he needs any extra work or not.
I don't think he does. He keeps complaining about how much work he's got.
So anyway, we give him a good mention.
Yeah, there we are.
Okay, we're just about ready to set things up, and once we get a bit of movement in the motor, we'll be back onto the YouTubers. Push on that.
Using a bit of hose. Put it in, get the thread started.
Does backfire, the timing's a little bit out. You want to be able, if it does fire, you want to be able to just go straight over the top, cut things out. Yeah, all right. Well, the accelerator's not connected, so I'm working it. All right, wind her over.
Slowly, the fuel will pump from the tank up to the carburetor.
Okay, go again. Hold it. That's a kickback. That's not correct. Something's not correct. It's when it's gone boom.
You can smell it. Just gonna move it a bit, are you?
Yeah, just move it a bit and see how it responds. Go again. Hold it. Go again. Hold it. That's close.
It's close.
I must have it out a bit.
Do you need more fuel down it?
Yep. All right.
Give it another go?
Yep. Hold it. Again. Hold it.
You want to put the jumper on it?
No, it's probably fuel again. Hold it.
It just sounds a bit slow. Do you want to put my jumper leads on it or not?
No, not yet. Right, go again.
Really? You reckon you've got it close?
Hang on, see if we're pumping. Can you just open the choke for me there, just to see if we've got fuel coming through here? No, not yet.
No fuel yet?
No.
Can we hold it? Or are you just going to do that?
Yeah.
So you must be getting close with your time.
Oh yeah, it's close. Yeah. Alright, let's wind it again. Okay. something's not quite right.
Something's not right, but it fired up though.
But it's not the one I mentioned, it's the other one.
You reckon?
I've set it to this one here, and I thought it should have been that one. That's what I was going to set it
That's
for.
a 302.
I know, but it's a Windsor. That's a Cleveland.
Where's your Windsor stuff?
Right, previous page. You get one auto light, one Bosch, depending on whether it's a auto light, and they've got two different firing orders. We've got GT Phase 1, which would be the Windsor, Phase 2, which would be the Cleveland.
Well, Phase 1's what
We've set it up to the Phase 2.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, and that's what that book, that phone told us. It might be the Phase 1. It could be, like I was going to do the second time round.
I'll give it a go, switch them over. Not gonna hurt it, is it?
No, it's not going to hurt it.
Alright, you ready, Father?
Yep.
Another kick, eh? Sound like it just wanted to go then.
Go again.
There's a few bits for us to do next, but first up's the tappets, because they're making noises. Now what he's doing here is he's got the bit of hose and he puts it down on each part of the tappet, try and figure out which part's making the noise. And here down the hose. Go on this side. All of them.
We've just put the motor together, it's just locked them all the way down. It's not usually the way you'd do it. You would adjust them because they're a hydraulic tappet.
Sounds good.
I think the rockers are just touching the rocker cover.
You reckon?
Yeah.
That's not ideal.
I'm only very minimal. Put your hand on the top of there.
Oh yeah. You can feel it.
And you feel it in the back of that one.
Yeah, you can feel it. Just there.
I can hear a little noise. I reckon that's what it is.
Good.
That time is much out.
Yeah, good.
Full system on is down good. You wouldn't want any louder mufflers. That's about right.
Yeah, you don't want it any louder. Yeah, just inside the cab's a bit hummy.
Oh, but once you put the mufflers behind you, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. You know, I just feel it.
Dad's laying underneath the car. I thought I'd give an update of where we're at. We have tightened up all the tappets on top. They were incredibly loose, making a hell of a noise. It sounds a lot better now, as you just heard. Dad is just marking the, what is it, how many degrees out?
We've got it set on about 6 degrees BTC, which is before top dead centre. Yeah, before top dead centre, 6 degrees.
Okay. And he's under there doing that now, trying to find it. It's a bit difficult. And then we're able to do timing.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Zaka. Swing round. Now forward motion. Now let me hear it.
Good?
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good.
Okay. Popping a bit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem 100%, but
Yeah, we'll sort it.
another day in the shop. Got the you got the timing done. That's all done.
Yeah.
Because we took the alternator off and ran it without that on there and got the timing done. All this morning we've been, well, and last night we were working on steering wheel alignment at the front, and that's now all done. I've been spending a hell of a lot of time on a speedo cable. Hell of a lot of time, but I believe it's okay now. We'll find out.
Inner cable had a bend.
Yes, the inner cable had a bend in it, so you had another one there out of another car, so I put that in it.
Yep, out of an XY, it's the same.
Same.
Put that in, cleaned it all up, and made sure we had plenty of grease all the way down the cable, because that'll make a big difference.
Yeah, it's got grease all the way down. I just used that marine grease, is that alright?
That's fine.
You reckon the front wheels are straight now?
Well, to my settings, yes.
What's next?
Next is we probably need to centre the steering wheel. Might even go for a little drive up the road.
A drive?
Yeah, because yesterday we had the gear change out as well, just to centre the gear change to make sure it was all nice and smooth. Just to make sure we get reverse correctly. Reverse was a bit notchy, so we reset the gear.
Well, you actually found a little trick with the with centering all the linkages.
I remembered it from years ago, and this had it also. There's a hole to line up the linkages, so then you can set.
Well, you do it when it's in neutral.
Yeah.
So you put the car in neutral.
Neutral, and then put a pin through the centre of the linkages.
Or 3 linkages.
And then adjust the linkages on the gearbox to suit that, and that should centre it.
Yep, and it did. It's made a difference.
Yeah,
it goes into reverse a lot easier now.
First and reverse should be all set good.
It's nothing like a modern car.
No,
It's 1969 technology. Well, actually, I believe the linkage setup's out of a Mustang. I believe.
Well, I think the gearbox and everything's out on a Mustang.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I think it was the linkage setup. What I found with research, I believe it's like a 1967 to 68 or something Mustang setup, and I can tell because of the way it's all set up under there and where the reverse switch is, because that's the part I was looking at. Because I was trying to figure out where does the reverse switch go on for the reverse lights, and I've worked all that out and ran a wire down for the reverse lights at the back. All these small little things that take forever, hours and hours just to get a couple of reverse lights going. Yeah, well, to get all the linkages and the reverse lights and everything sorted, we had to pull the whole interior apart and pull all the seats up, carpet up, bring the centre up. Alright, I'll sort out the steering wheel.
And I did a makeshift air cleaner.
Yeah, well, it actually looks alright.
But
It won't be what it's having, but yeah, it has an air cleaner.
just to
It doesn't look too bad, Father.
oh, that's alright.
It's a bit rough, but it's alright. Dad wants to drive it.
No, you can have the first drive.
But hang on, doesn't the mechanic need to listen and feel for all the bumps and knocks and...
What, and do the first wheel spin?
It's going.
It's going. Alright. Let's hope it starts.
Yeah, it'd be a bit embarrassing if it doesn't.
One pump. Albert, you're doing something wrong. Take your foot off the clutch in neutral. Foot off the clutch. Okay, go. Rev. Give it a bit of guts, will we? Choked it.
Choked it. Is that off? Yes. Oh, it's down that way. Yes.
Your range is the other way.
Yeah, range is the other way, yes. There was a squeak there at the front.
It's very solid suspension at the front. I'm not that happy with it. Now pull the hood, just have a look on.
It looks alright, no smoke.
No.
Looks good.
Yeah, will do. Clutch is slipping. See that?
Yeah.
Clutch is slipping. Yeah, might need a new clutch, that car.
Told you this is expensive.
Doesn't want to handle the horsepower.
So I've been for a drive in it, and yes, it was expensive drive, so it needs a new clutch. The clutch that's in it is not beefy enough. We probably get a heavy duty clutch, too many horses for the old clutch that's in it. Probably need new front discs for it. We did machine them, the old ones, but they're not good enough for getting a good shape through the steering wheel and everything, and we know it hasn't got any more meat on it if we take any more off of it, so we'll replace them. It's got a leak out of the rocket cover, so I've got that off at the moment. I found one of the gaskets has got a cut in it. The front suspension's too rigid. We might be pulling that apart to see if the shockers in the front are bottoming out. Another day in the shop. I wish I had recorded what I did last night, but a lot of people out there that probably work on cars understand all the custom made stuff that you have to make, because there's not really anything out there for it. I custom made something that I reckon is going to work quite well. I'm about to put it together in the car and see what it's like. So come over and have a look at this. It's to do with the horn. So I don't know if you noticed, I've got a lovely wood grain steering wheel in the car, which is an aftermarket accessory. It's not something that was from factory or anything. So the hub on it is aftermarket, and it doesn't have the horn in it like the old car does. I actually have an old steering wheel here. Here's an old steering wheel out of a Ford, and that silver bit here, that's the horn. This fancy steering wheel I've got does not have a horn in it, and so I've been custom making it. You see there's this cable hanging out that never was there before, and I made up tracks. Have a look at this. So yeah, these tracks are actually out of the other horn, but I had to cut all the metal off of them, and because I had big metal pieces in there to go into the unit, so I knew that these tracks would be the right size. Put a bit of plastic in the middle to space them out, and then a bit of plastic around the outside, a bit of plastic underneath, just so it all doesn't earth out. And these two wires here connected to each track. So inside the car, and people that probably, this will be more probably people that have played with this sort of stuff will understand what I've done, but you've got the two wires here that are for the tracks. They're on springs, so these two pins here would run on those tracks that I've made. And I haven't put it in the car yet, but I'm interested to know how it goes. What this wires connects to is an actual little horn switch that will be on the dash, or on the steering I should say. This one here, little forward switch, which will be the horn. But yeah, obviously just connecting those two wires together would make it work. Let's put it in the car and see if it makes a horn. I'll go get the horn. So I'll put this on here straight. The horn goes off without those two wires touching. That means I've done it wrong. The amount of time you spend on it. Seems alright so far. That'll be it going on the tracks there. If I join these two wires, the horn should go. Good. Wow. I'm heading back to Melbourne. This is it for this trip. I've ordered a lot of parts that are coming. A lot of parts. So we've got the new front disc with pads and bearings. We've got the offset base for the air cleaner. We've got the new fuel gauge coming, temp gauge coming for it. And we've got the new clutch coming for it. It's got the new exhaust being put on it on Tuesday. There's a lot of things happening to it still.
And we thought it was nearly finished.
I thought it was just about done. No, it's a long way off done. After then, we'll find out how much more things it needs. Hopefully not too much more, yeah?
Hopefully we're getting to the end of it.
Hopefully.
Otherwise, the end of finishing the car or the end of the money you spent on it.
Yeah, I've spent enough on it. It's going in for its exhaust system.
Yeah, custom fit.
It's custom made exhaust it's getting put on it. So it'll sound a bit better after then. At the moment when you drive it, it's just droney inside the car. It's horrible. So hopefully it'll sound a bit better with exhaust pipes out the back.
Put it to bed.
There's been talk that it needs stripes down the side to break up the blue a bit.
Well,
what does everyone on YouTube think? Do we put stripes on the side of the car, or do we just leave it all blue and chrome? I'm thinking blue and chrome. Dad's thinking put a stripe on it, like a GS stripe. It's a bit of a GS car, isn't it?
it is a GS.
It is a GS?
It's a GS.
Yeah.
Ute, V8 Ute. So.
Well, the GS V8 Utes didn't come with 351 in it. And with the smaller ones.
They had the 302s.
I don't think they ever brought out a Ute with a 351 in it.
That you'd have to look up too, I think.
No, I don't think they did. They always had the smaller, was it 302?
302.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, well, you'll probably see another episode of it all finished and driving on the road with number plates on it, hopefully. I'll see you then.
Righto, Zaka. Here it is. It's idling. Now listen.